What's going on, guys? Crucible here, bringing you a long-deserved video today. So, a couple things before we jump into what the discussion of today's video is going to be. I apologize for my absence on YouTube. Work has been extremely hectic. I've been very busy in terms of personal life, and have been doing my best to try and be vocal with everybody on what's been kind of going on and whatnot. Obviously, videos here on the channel have been lacking. Streams have been somewhat lacking. I'm hoping that within the next couple of weeks that will shift in some capacity so that I can allot more time to doing it. However, I'm not sure yet. I'm in the process of moving, and not necessarily moving, but you know, just there's a change to the house that I'm living in coming up, and that's kind of why I've been kind of busy and doing my own thing and haven't really been uploading. So again, I apologize for not uploading. I apologize for not being vocal about what I've been up to as of late. I'm going to work towards doing better with that, and hopefully in the near future, I will be uploading more consistently and having more streams and being able to be more vocal with you guys about what's going on. But with that said, today's video, we are going to be talking about my overall thoughts and opinions on the Dragon Ball Legends 2nd anniversary. Everyone else has kind of given their own 2 cents in the YouTube space, and I figured it was my time to kind of delve into it myself and kind of go over where I stand in the matter. So, first off, let's start off with the thing that you guys are probably wondering, the summons. Now, in terms of the traditional 2nd anniversary banners, both of these banners are fantastic. All of the units are way above average. Vegito Blue is absolutely nuts. Rage Trunks and Merch Zamasu are great. Omega Shenron and GT Goku, I think, are both very underrated units. I don't think they get as much appreciation as the community does. They're both really strong units as well. And as I stated before, Vegito Blue is just beastly. EX Gogeta is really, really good, and I have not been able to pull EX Super Trunks, and I pulled 1 copy of EX Vegeta. I have yet to delve into them, but they're supposedly really good as well. And then we had this random dropped banner for anniversary as well, with Super Kaioken Goku and Pikan. Goku is average, I would say, based off what I've seen and heard and read up on. And as much as I love that Pikan made a comeback and there's a new unit for Pikan, he's abysmal. So, obviously, there's maybe a week and a half of these traditional banners, and there's about 2 weeks of this banner. I would advise everyone that is still doing summons to completely ignore this banner and go for the anniversary banners instead. Vegito Blue is too good of a unit to pass up. Obviously, don't try to summon for Vegito Blue, because that's how you end up burning holes in your pocket. But definitely get as much of these new units as you possibly can. My personal luck, I have had more luck on the Super banner than I have on the GT banner. And that's mainly more or less due to the fact that I've gotten more units from this banner than I have the GT banner. With that being said, I have spent maybe, I want to say, close to 25 to 30,000 CC on those banners alone. And here's what my spoils kind of look like as of right now. So I got EX Gogeta up to 3 stars, which, with the EX rates the way they are, is a blessing, is a godsend. So I will absolutely take that. I was able to pull, after a full year, I was able to pull Super Vegito one time, which was great. I greatly enjoyed. That was a great surprise to get from that. My Vegito Blue is at 4 stars. I have gotten lucky so many times pulling Vegito Blue, and I'm very fortunate to have been able to pull him that many times as I have. So, and then if we go over to the future banner, we got Zamasu up to 5 stars, and I'm using Z Power to get him up to 6. We got Trunks up to 6 stars. And I was able to pull 2 more copies of Blue Vegeta as well. On top of that, we got Future Trunks up to Zenkai 7. Still almost don't quite have him maxed out just yet. I am missing the final tier from maxing him out, and I'm currently working on that as well. But yeah, overall, the summons have been very, very good. And I hope that the units that come out in the future, as well as units going forward, I hope that we get the same amount of level of care and thought into the future characters as they did in this anniversary. I hope that they stick with that formula. And then also, where's my GT characters? I don't have my GT team set up, so they are here somewhere, somewhere in here. The reason I spent 30,000 CCs though is because I was pulling for the GT units, and the GT units were not very kind to me in the grand scheme of things. Where in the world are they? Alright, there's Goku. Goku, I got 4 stars. Goku was the one that I spent 40,000 CCs on. And we got Omega Shenron to 7 stars. So, pulled a decent amount of the units. And can say, without a doubt, that my summoning luck and my time with summons this anniversary have been fantastic. Now, let's talk about co-op. So, obviously, we're not going to show you what was going on with the co-op event. They did a lot of good things with they did a lot of good things in terms of updating the Zenkai 7 units, which is really, really good. The grind was a lot less grindy compared to the Kid Goku Zenkai event. That being said, it was still a very hefty grind, and I wish that they did something more with co-op to make it so that way it wasn't as much of a grind. It's other than that though, Zenkai 7 Trunks really builds up the future team. By himself, he's a really good unit if you got him to Zenkai 6. And overall, it wasn't that bad of a time. Was it a lot to grind up? Absolutely, but I think the payoff was worth the investment. So that's just my 2 cents on that. PvP, I'm not even going to really get into PvP. I got up to battle rank 20 after not playing PvP in so long. And PvP is just as much of a mess as it's always been. So I'm not going to say much more than that. They need to make the rating increases. They need to make the rating increases a lot higher than what they did. Like, they gotta make it so that way you go up in rankings faster, and you don't lose as much when you lose in terms of higher ranks. But that's more or less the only thing about them that that's more or less the only thing that I would say about PvP. Now, events Events is a whole nother story, guys. It is a whole other story. So, with events, the only reason that I even say, overall, I have to say that I'm kind of disappointed. I won't sugarcoat it. I'm somewhat disappointed in the event, in the second anniversary events. I felt like last anniversary we had a ton of content to kind of go with, right? So, to put into perspective, we got the final showdown, Otherworld tournament, event, and I'm still trying to finish that up. But that's a good event for 1,000 free CCs upon completion of all the stages, which is great. We had the Omega Shenron event, which was also good. And again, 1,000 CCs given out from that. My issue with the events, though, is that it seems like these events that have been coming out have been the only events that we've really been seeing, right? We have been seeing a ton of events like this, where it's literally just grind out the stages. You don't really get much out of it except for CCs, which is fine. It's enough. But I've always been of the mindset that we could be doing more, or that they could be doing more compared to what they have been doing. But that's just my thought process. Now on the bright side, before we get to the bright side of things, on top of that, it's just been a lot of rehashing of existing events, and I feel like we got this Rising Battle for Ginyu, which I never completed up until the anniversary, so I'm glad that this event came back. But we had a Goku Black event that came back. We had the Vegito event come back, Rising Battle, Vegito come back. We've just had these events that have been kind of coming back, and while it's nice that they have come back for newer players who may not have been able to experience them the first time around, for players like me who have been playing since day one, it's kind of disappointing. And then on the bright side, we got the Super Warriors event. Now, the Super Warriors event, I felt like was very much needed. It's very similar to the Ginyu event that came out last year. I think it came out in September of last year, if I remember. No, the Ginyu event came out, the Rising Battle Ginyu came out in September. The Sizzling Summer Ginyu event came out, I think, in July. I think it was around the same time. And I'm glad that it came back. The only thing about this event, though, is that last year we got all 5 of the Ginyu Force. We got all 5 members. And while in this one we get a new Krillin, we get a new Tien, and we get a new Yamcha via the co-op thing, and we'll get into that in just a second. And while all those units are really, really good, you're missing, new Chiaotzu, right? What they did instead was they gave a Z-Equip Awakening, which basically gives EX Purple Chiaotzu a character buff. Like a standard buff. So with that event, or with this event, you can grind out these medals and get the equip to awaken Chiaotzu. Why? Why? I mean, I understand that Chiaotzu is a much lesser character than the other 3 units that we got, but I feel like if you're going to make a Super Warriors team, then you should at least update the kit. The problem being is that you didn't, with EX Chiaotzu, his kit was not updated. It's not like the red Super Saiyan Vegeta that got a character buff and his kit got changed a little bit in the process. No, EX Chiaotzu is still the same unit, but he just gets higher stats. I think like with this awakening, piece, if I remember correctly. I think it was something along the lines of, yeah, Chiaotzu can get up to 40% damage inflicted if TN is a battle member. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine, but it's just, again, like, you're not updating his kit. You're updating his stats. And stats may be fine, but I mean, I don't know. I think personally they should have released a brand new Chiaotzu unit. I think personally they probably should have released, like a new Piccolo to coincide, like a new EX Piccolo to coincide with that. And heck, if the Legends team wanted to take it an extra step further, they could easily put in like an EX Jocko, like a new Jocko unit, since I guess technically you might be able to consider him part of the Z Warriors at this point. And if you guys are caught up on the manga and whatnot. So I don't know. It feels very, very lacking compared to the Ginyu event that we got last year. Now that being said, I'll touch on the last topic, or the last two topics. Getting Yamcha in the co-op battle. I absolutely hate that we just got done with the Zenkai Trunks event in co-op, and now we're sitting here grinding out Yamcha. Yamcha is red, and in the current meta that we're in, he's not going to survive against Vegito Blue at all. So, so why they made him the grindable unit in this makes no sense to me at all. Honestly, they probably should have made Tien or Krillin the new unit. Personally speaking, but yeah, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth the effort. Now, and part of the problem too is that, you know, you only get limited time awards, so you don't, like, the grind for Yamcha is going to be a lot slower than it's going to be getting the other units, especially if you've completed all the bonus missions and whatnot to get the extra Z power, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like this could have been handled a lot better, especially after getting through the last co-op grind that we were in. I don't think it was necessary to have an extra grind being added on top of it. That's just me. And then to wrap it up, story event, God Shallot is amazing. God Shallot's amazing. He's really, really good. And whatnot. They could be releasing story missions a little bit faster than they kind of are, but it is what it is. I understand that this stuff takes time, and I won't criticize them for story missions. But and obviously we got an update talking about what future stuff is going to be implemented in guilds, but we haven't really seen much in the ways of that. So I don't know. It's overall, I felt like this anniversary was very, very lacking, and I hope by year 3 there is a big there's a big change, and there's a lot more that they do with the game. I'm hoping that we get to year 3, because I enjoy my time playing this game. I enjoy Dragon Ball Legends enough to stick around for 2 years, you know. But no, they need to do more. They need to put out more. They need to put out more events and more stuff for existing players, because it's really nice that they are doing as much as they are for new players. But you got to remember your origins. You got to remember the people that have been around for the past 2 years, have been playing your game consistently for 2 years. And you need to be able to give them something to work towards. Which is why I pray, despite the changes to the Sizzling Summer event, the Super Warriors event, despite my criticisms of it, I welcome it, because it's a nice change of pace. But we need a new Rising Battle unit, guys. We need Legends Road. We need Legends Road to come back more often than they are, because I don't have any of my units maxed out as high as I can make them. You know, we need more Legends Road units. I think personally, there needs to be more variety than what we have. I don't know. I think there's a lot that needs to be better. it's like some of the other people in the Legends space have said. Legends has been doing really good in making a couple steps forward to make the game better, but as soon as they do it, they take a couple steps back, and it's like there's this weird balance that they have that just that's not. They just need to be more willing to hear out people in the space and people who play the game. But that's just me. I'm kind of ranting at this point, and I need to end this video soon. So before I end up finishing up this video, a couple things that I want to go over real quick too. Like I said, I'm going to attempt to put out more content on the channel since I haven't been able to stream a lot lately. I'm going to be trying to do better with that. Things will be a lot more normal in the coming weeks, but I'm going to do what I can in the time that I do have to try and make things a little better and upload more consistently on the channel. Some of the stuff that I'm going to be uploading in the future, I've been going crazy with with my Zenkais. I have almost all of the Zenkai units except for Beerus and Boo. So we will be doing showcases, Zenkai 1 showcases, in the near future. I will be going over some PvP stuff with the new characters that have been coming out, and whatnot. We're going to try and do more PvP and co-op stuff anyway, because I'm sure you guys want to see more than just the summon videos that I have been kind of putting out. So, but those will be coming in the future. And then Monday night, we will be streaming Dokkan Battle for their 5th anniversary unit. We have about 300 souls or so. Not souls. We have about 350 stones to go towards one of the banners. I'm hoping to grind out at least another 50 to 100 before it's all over. Before we do stream it, but we are going to be streaming Dokkan anniversary summons. So I will put the link down in the description to our Twitch channel, so you guys can follow us over there. If you guys would like to see more Dokkan content, I would be happy to put some up here, but you just gotta let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see that. And then, with that said, I do want to thank you guys for sticking with the channel, showing your support when you guys have been. I have been kind of seeing the analytics and whatnot for all the videos that I've been putting up, and you guys have been extremely generous these past couple months in my absence. So I do want to say thank you guys for showing some support while I've been away. And like I said, I will try to do better to upload more consistently for you guys. So with that said, I'm going to end the video here. Please hit that like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about the anniversary. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.